So we're doing the best we can to put in place a good policy. We have a strong organizational structure with a lot of support for our volunteers. We have a proven methodology for working with Congress. And we have a founder with very strong values and guiding principles. So I'm going to start by talking about Marshall Saunders. He's our founder, and he's a retired businessman from San Diego. He was in real estate business and was very successful in that business, and he's well-off gentleman. But he's also a very compassionate gentleman who's spent many years working on poverty issues previous to starting Citizens Climate Lobby. He got very interested in microcredit loan programs, for example. He started the Grunin de la Frontera microcredit program in Mexico. And so he's worked very hard to try and lift people out of poverty. And when he learned about climate change, he recognized right away the impact that it's having and will continue to have even greater impacts on these very populations that he was trying to help. So he decided that he needed to change his focus to address climate change. Otherwise, all of that work is really for nothing. And so in these years that he had been working to address poverty, he was involved with an organization called Results. Has anybody ever heard of Results? Okay, well, through us or previously? Yes. I'm curious. Okay. Because I never heard of it. But Results started in the 80s. And they were focusing on trying to get Congress to increase funding for poverty issues. And what they have been very successful in doing is increasing funding for TB eradication, Head Start programs, food stamps. And how they did this is that they organized by congressional districts. They meet with their members of Congress. They work to find common ground. They come to them with solutions, they provide useful information, and members of Congress will tell you that much of the reason that funding for these programs have increased so much over the years is because of the work of these volunteers. So Marshall had this, foundation for a way to work with Congress. He, knew that really what he had done, actually, he became one of the climate reality trainers years ago, like in the first batch of them, I think. And he started giving those programs, and he's telling people to change their light bulbs and, try and, buy fuel-efficient cars, and all of that is important. I don't mean to discount that. We all have individual actions to take. But then he read in the paper about, some big tax breaks or subsidies that Congress was giving to the fossil fuel industry. And he realized right then, these are the people that we have to change. We have to change Congress, what they're doing to have the greatest impact. So he founded Citizens Climate Lobby with one chapter in San Diego 10 years ago. And we now have almost 400 chapters around the world. When our chapter started 4 years ago, there were, I think, only about 70 chapters. So we have really grown a lot. And we have chapters actually in every continent except for Antarctica. And most of the chapters are here in the United States, but it's a quickly growing organization because I think the way we work, I think, really speaks to people, because here I'd like to emphasize that we are a nonpartisan organization and we take that very seriously. Now, I will admit that the numbers are skewed as far as where our politics are within the organization of our volunteers. Mostly we have liberals in the organization. But we do have about 10 to 15% like conservative libertarians, and we have a conservative caucus that we are really putting an emphasis on growing, because that is the situation we're in. I mean, if we're going to get anything through Congress, it's Republicans that we have to work with to make it happen. And it's also, to me, been a really valuable lesson in trying to find common ground with people that you might not agree with about a lot of issues. And I think it's something that our whole society could benefit from, and there are a lot of issues that need work like this. So it's been a really positive experience. We have a two-part mission in Citizens Climate Lobby. Our mission is to create the political will for a livable world by empowering individuals to have breakthroughs in exercising their personal and political power. So I'm going to focus on that second part first, empowering individuals, folks like you.